Hi everybody, I'm John Kanary and I'm back with my good friend Jim Ruta.
Good to be here, John.
Hey, good to have you here, Jim. You know, a little thing that I'd like to talk to you about today, and it's only 3 minutes, but hey, it's loaded with wisdom. 3 minutes of wisdom could give you a good 75 years of a productive life. I picked up a book and became a real student of a man who wrote it. His name was James Allen, and As a Man Thinketh. I've read just about everything he's ever put together. He was one of those famous Englishmen who every day would down to the river and he would sit there and conjure up all these great ideas and great thoughts. And this one is where he said, you know, understand something about your mind. He said that mind is a master power that molds and shapes. And he said, man, you and I, we are mind, and evermore we take the tool of thought, and shaping what we will, we bring forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He said, we think in secret, and it comes to pass, that our environment is but our looking glass. Consider what he said in this way. I want you to consider that you have the ability to actually take thought and examine it as to whether or not you want to keep it. And on a conscious level is where we entertain thoughts. We can accept them or we can reject them. And then we have a side of us that we refer to in terms of mind. And remember, there isn't you don't have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. We are mind, and it has two functions. And the one function is where we choose thoughts, Jim. And in choosing thoughts, we are then privy to take that idea and impress that idea into the higher side of your personality, the subconscious mind. Whatever you impress in that subconscious mind, you will express in your life through your actions. And for every action, there's a reaction. So look at your conditions, your circumstances today, and just see if maybe it is the manifestation of using your mind and impressing the power of thought.
You know, John, as you're talking, I'm reminded of two things, really. And the first is that great line from Shakespeare, and I wish I could quote exactly, but it was something like this. Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
That's actually called the law of polarity, Jim.
Well,
there's good and bad in everything.
I meant John Kanary said it, not William Shakespeare. However, but that is something that my translation of that is to give it there's two ways of looking at anything. There's the winning perspective and the whining perspective. And I've got a very practical take on this. And often people will say to me, you know, Jim, it's always good for you. You're never upset. Because I don't think there's any percentage in being upset. We can either take the winning perspective, and when you look at it from a way to say, how can I make this work for me? That you make, actually all of Providence comes together to help situations work to your advantage. There's your mind working for you. On the other hand, if you have the whining perspective where everything is bad and it's not good, John, and you haven't been on the street lately, you haven't that sort of whining thing, what then happens is this. You force all of reality to work against you. Exactly. So we have this choice, and it's in your mind. And it's my practical spin on what John has to say. And it's such an important thing. And you can examine your thoughts. And I'll tell you something else. Once you get into this, it becomes part of who you are. Once you think this way, you automatically reject those whining thoughts and replace them with the winning thoughts. That way, your mind works to your advantage.
And as Mr. Nightingale said, you and I, we become what we think about most of the time. Don't forget that.
Amen, John. Thank you. We'll see you again next time. Think about it.
And let's think about this today.
Amen.